Run.
On today's episode, this is the first episode,
Right.
and I want to talk about why I decided to start podcasting.
Okay.
Okay, so it all started. I want to say back in was this August
Child.
when Raina decided to do a little meeting. That's the first time I met you. It was a whole group of people.
Oh yeah, that was around the George Floyd and the protests and shit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, that was around July, August time.
I was like, okay, so
And she did the open mic joint.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had a group message, and everybody was supposed to almost be non-profit style,
Right.
but
Everybody got their own shit going on.
nobody followed through. So
Mm.
I wanted to make a non-profit, not a non-profit, but start a podcast that way we could head toward that direction.
Right. Let's be very clear that I already had something going and started. So.
Yeah, but that little group that we had,
Right.
might have to go a little closer, but that little group we had, nothing went on.
Yeah.
As far as non-profit, they were like, oh, we want to talk to Keanu McGee.
Right.
And
Well, the group was started for civic engagement. It wasn't started to start a nonprofit. It was started to get the community involved in the voting that was going on and all the shit that was going on in the community. So the group is started and still goes on today, bi-weekly, Wednesdays from 6 to 8 if you want to join. Right. It goes on for community empowerment, right? So the purpose of the group is to figure out what the fuck y'all want to do, what the community want to do, and then we support it. So people, like you said, wasn't down to do the nonprofit thing, and then they went to the entrepreneurship, right?
yeah,
Exactly.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, but that was the main reason I wanted to start a podcast, and that's also how I met this mean person next to me.
I'm the sweetest little bumblebee in the hive.
Okay, but yeah, that's about it.
That's really the only reason why you want to start a podcast? You doing all
no,
this?
it was more, but
Okay, tell me more about the more.
okay, let me see. Uh, was that also? I listen to a lot of radio, so I have a lot of radio personalities that I look up to and looked up to,
Okay.
and they're not on certain stations anymore.
I feel that.
And I would like to be on radio one day.
Who would you say? Are you talking about Michael Baisden?
I don't even know who the fuck that. I don't know who the
I
fuck
know,
that is.
right? Like I'm 26 years old, but my mom used to listen to Michael Baisden on the way home from school every day.
Mhm.
It was Tom Joyner in the morning, and then Michael Baisden and on the way home from school. And he
Oh.
retired once I moved to
Damn,
Miami.
All of them retired. You know that, right?
Steve Harvey don't be on the radio no more?
He used to be on 103.5.
Yeah.
No, that's
Oh
the
my
Breakfast Club.
gosh.
He been off the radio since
I mean, I
was in
listen to fucking Tidal because they pay more. So if you listen to fucking any of these stations and stream Tidal because they pay the people more.
Wait, so Steve Harvey is on Tidal.
No, not Steve Harvey, not the radio people. I'm just saying I don't listen to the radio no more. I listen to Tidal when I'm driving in the car because they only talking about stupid shit and playing the same six damn songs over and over.
I disagree with you.
I feel it.
I disagree with you.
I understand we have very, very different views, which is why I'm excited to get started and to talk about, you know, the different things on this podcast. So I joined this podcast because I want to know what y'all talking about, what y'all thinking about. I really do. I have my own opinions and I'm trying to figure out, am I tripping? Or, you know, is the world tripping? Am I crazy? That's why I joined this podcast, to figure out if I'm crazy or if the world is crazy.
I don't think you're crazy. I think everybody got their own views.
Yes.
On how their own perspective on how they look at things.
Right. So then how do you treat other people? If we recognize that people have their own perspectives on things, what is the best way to treat other people who have a different perspective than you, right? That's my thing. I'm saying, and are you going to treat me like I'm crazy, or is the world crazy for treating me like I'm crazy because I have a different perspective? That's all I'm saying. So that's why I joined.
Does the world treat you different?
I think so. I think so, especially as a black woman.
I,
Yes,
I,
I definitely think so. But if you want to go down that rabbit hole, we can go down that rabbit hole. But
I have a soft spot in my heart for you.
but let's just rewind the tape a little bit so that we can hear what he said. I was a what kind of person? Mean person, right? But a special place in his heart, though.
Yeah.
Special place in his heart. Let's just be very clear.
You can't be mean to everybody.
I just want to be very clear of what was said prior and what is being said now. So, any other reasons why?
Uh, that was basically it.
Just
Uh,
to make some money,
to make money too, but
right?
it's more than that. Cause I want I would like to be on radio in the future.
Right. Oh yes,
And
I completely
I
forgot the
really
radio personality part. My
I
bad.
really want to touch people. Um, not only the black community,
Right.
but uh, a lot of people that's lost.
Mhm.
Cause it's back in the days, I had some days when I felt bad, and just
Mhm.
by listening to the radio, it brightened my day up.
For sure.
And now,
Music is magic.
sometimes I listen to podcasts now,
Mhm.
and they make me look at things in a totally different light than
Yes.
how I used to look at
That's
things.
that's the whole purpose of this, is to make us look at things in a different light. I'm super excited.
Not just us, but
Exactly, us as in the community of people that are
okay,
engaging with
right,
us. Yes.
okay, I get you.
For sure, for sure. I'm interested though. What kind of things would you want to talk about on your radio show?
Uh, hip hop will be one thing.
Okay. Yes, of course.
So how I feel about hip hop now is not what it should be. The caliber of rappers and what they stand for, I
Mhm.
don't respect that.
Mm. What do you stand for? Pomelo?
The real.
That's bullshit.
Was that bullshit?
That literally means nothing.
I stand on
What does
people.
the real mean?
I stand on people being real. It's
What
more
define real? What does real mean?
somebody that stand on they feet and that.
And if I don't have feet, am I fake?
Well, they'll stand up for this. Well, not even stand up for themselves, but
Okay.
they'll think better. Like a lot of artists died in the past couple years.
Mhm.
Some, well, all they was moving wrong.
Mm.
Even artists in the past.
But you don't think that some people consider them real? Like, that's a real nigga right there. We went out hard. He went out right. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. He was out there doing his thing. He was moving how he had to move, goddamn. And then that's life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't think that some people is out there like, that's a real nigga? Right. So what
Yes,
is
people
the
out there that
definition of
believe that.
real?
But I know celebrities, they stir the way the world moves.
Bleh, I don't agree.
They do.
I don't agree.
Female rappers, let me get this
You
point across.
think
Female rappers, they set the standard for females across the world, because American music is played all across the world. And I was surprised
shit.
because
Shit.
I met this Spanish girl,
Mm-hmm.
and she barely speak any English,
Mm-hmm.
but she know English songs.
Mm-hmm.
That shit tripped me out.
Yes, because English colonized other countries. So English is a predominant language in almost every country in the world because they are fucking colonizers. So it's not because and it's not because rap music is the highest selling music, right? But that doesn't mean that rap is, or just hip hop or artists are the only things that make society work the way that it works. The
But
rap does not sell.
It's a big
Rap
influence.
does not sell
It's an
unless it
influence.
aligns with the status quo.
It's an influence, though.
It is an influence, but what influences rap? Rap don't come out the ass. Rap comes from people's lived experiences. They talking about the shit that they going through, and that's society, that's the world around them. They don't make up the shit that they live in. They put it out. They put
So you
art
telling
behind
me
it.
everybody that rap talk about what they went through in their life?
Everybody that rap talks
Or they
about
talk
an
about jewelry
experience,
and money.
and that's an experience. The experience of being a rapper, the experience of being rich. Even if you ain't got it yet, I'm still out here doing the rapper experience, right? But yes, That's all I'm saying is that no, I do not believe that rap culture is the dominant influence on females.
But it drives social media.
It may drive
Wow.
social media. It may drive social media wild, but that's because that's the social media that we own.
So they got different social medias across the world.
Ain't it a black Twitter? Yes, they do have.
They call it
and
black.
first of all, yes, they do have different social medias around the world because there are different restrictions on social media in certain places. So you can't see and post and do certain things in certain areas, right? You was just telling me about the music shit.
That was music.
About the music and the videos, how they sometimes block out the audio and only do your video.
No,
that's happened to me on Instagram because in certain countries, it won't let it play, right?
Okay,
so
I
that's
didn't know that.
that's what I'm saying. So
See, when you talking about two different things, I was
What we
talking
talking
about YouTube. If it's not a copyright, it will block.
I understand, but that's the same reason that Instagram did it, right? But as I'm saying, different countries, that's why, right? Because they can't play it in different countries. It's not just here, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, so.
But even hip hop music,
Mm-hmm.
have these girls online showing their body. Yada yada.
It's not
yada.
just hip hop music. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that hip hop wouldn't say shake that ass unless the society said we want to see shake that ass.
So R&B singers, they make shake that ass songs.
Yes, Trey Songz, Chris Brown,
Beyonce, she make.
Beyonce does make shake your ass songs, bootylicious. That's when she was a child.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
I don't even listen to
Get your body.
R&B like that, but
what I'm telling you is that sex sells, right?
That's true.
Okay, so because sex sells and because people who make the money from sex can make money, they're gonna keep pushing it. That's my whole thing.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I agree. Sex does sell.
Right. Right. Why do you think sex sells?
Because people are human.
Pomelo and I had a conversation prior to this recording.
What was it about?
And it took me about 30 minutes to convince him that humans
I was telling her
are sexual.
I was telling her.
So for him to say
I was saying
that sex sells because we are human.
That it is a T-chart.
Oh my God, please do not say that shit. Do not. I will swear to God, we will end this fucking podcast. And I apologize for all my non-cussers out there. This is a cussing podcast. I'm not gonna, censor myself. Okay? But number one.
She's a thug, y'all.
I'm not a thug.
What'd you call it?
See, you see these labels? You see these things from society that you're picking up on and pushing out? Yeah.
I get that from the hip hop culture.
You get that from the hip hop culture? You get what from the hip hop culture?
That females are thugs and they're heartless. Guys.
No, you actually get that from fucking Hillary Clinton, who called children super predators.
Oh, wow.
In fucking the 1990s. And then all kids that was bad and didn't know how to act in class was labeled thugs. Let's be very clear. See? Let's be very, very clear. And this is my role on the podcast, guys. I'm so glad you guys could be here.
She's attacking us, y'all.
It's not. I'm not attacking. Am I attacking you? Do you feel attacked for real?
I just said antagonist.
Oh.
Your role is to disagree or disagree?
It's not. I don't want to disagree. I want us to agree, but I want everybody to feel however they want to feel. First of all, let me be very clear. If you want to believe that hip hop is the reason why females act the way they do today, that's your personal opinion. What I want you to do is back it up.
It's not necessarily that. I just believe a lot of things that go on in hip hop drive mostly. Well, even I can't just say the culture. Well, I would say black culture, but the world culture in general.
Right. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Culture is creating the art. So if culture wanted something else, then there would be different art.
Isn't there different art?
There is, but what's selling? What's more prevalent? What do you see more?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're not saying it. Even selling Jesus in church stuff, they make a lot of money too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So depending on what society finds valuable and what they want to see, that's what they That's what they post, and that's what artists give you. We wanted to see more ratchet, hardcore female rappers. So guess what? After Nicki Minaj came out, all these other ratchet, hardcore females. I mean, Little Kim, all of them before
I was
her. You
just
know what
about
I'm
to say
saying?
that.
Like all of them came before her. Yes, but if the industry was not, because it could have been rappers that came out like Rhapsody right now. Rhapsody do not rap about all that. You know what I'm saying? Rhapsody raps about what they call it, conscious rap, right? It for back in the day, MC Light and all them was not making it as big as Salt and Pepper with the push it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It wasn't. There's something that people want, right? That's what's selling, and that's what we put out. That's my opinion.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's always a but. It's always a but.
I don't know.
Right.
You got me.
I don't want to get you. I just want you to be. I want you to understand that we think things, we do things. You know what I'm saying? Our perception of reality is based off what we fucking told. You know what I'm saying? What's been fed to us, and we don't really live in a world where you can have a personal preference, where you can have your own opinion and be in self-determined.
Right.
You know, we don't live in that kind of world. We live in this label world where you got to fit in the box and you got to pick a side and shit like that. So I feel like it's very, when we make a statement or we say some shit, we need to be understanding why we do.
So like earlier when I said basically having a standard on how I would like someone that I talk to.
Yes. What you would expect from a woman that you were dating. Somebody that is your personal girlfriend or wife.
Right.
Right.
But it's a standard, right?
It's a personal standard. That's all I was saying. I was not saying that it was not a standard. I was saying that what you want from a female is your personal standard. That is not a standard for the female. That is what you want. Right?
That's how I would like my lady to be.
How would you like your lady to be, Pat? I mean, for Mello.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Okay. Right? What's wrong with ugly girls?
I don't think anybody's ugly.
Okay. So she got to be gorgeous. Even though nobody's ugly.
Yeah, nobody's ugly.
Okay, so but she has to be gorgeous, even though there's nothing other than gorgeous, right? I mean, other than gorgeous would be ugly, right? So if there's no ugly, then everybody gorgeous.
Everybody's gorgeous.
Right.
If I'm attracted to her, she's gorgeous. So she don't have to be perfect.
Okay.
And she gotta respect herself.
Okay. How can you determine that she respects herself? What is the criteria for self-respect?
Good question.
But it's on your list of what your good woman's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time to be finding one of them. Oh no, you still living a single life?
I left my watch at home. But so in a guy, what would you look for in a guy?
Why are we switching to? First of all, let's be. Hold on,
I said something about standards. So
you
if
did.
you were looking for a guy,
but then you started talking about something completely different. So let's finish and answer the question, and then I can tell you what I would look for in a guy.
Okay.
But I want to hear what your criteria is for self-respect. How do you know that somebody respects themselves if that's what you require in a mate?
If they respect themselves?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get back? Can I get back with you with that?
Sure.
Answer?
So my criteria in a male is that he is funny. I fucking love to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So nigga gotta be funny. Personal preference, afro. It don't matter what come out the afro.
He gotta have an afro?
No, I mean like afro as in black descent.
Oh. So
right.
No French, Spanish.
He could be Afro French. Yeah, he could be Afro
He could be
French.
a black Cuban.
He could be a black Cuban. Okay. Yes, I've dated a black Dominican. Right, as long as he's black and understands that he's black. Yes, because I would like to have black children.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a personal. That's a personal
preference.
Thing. Right. So, So yeah, a funny black man that
So you want you a Kevin Hart?
no, fuck no.
He's funny.
Actually, I do like short men though. Let's be very clear. I don't find Kevin Hart to be funny. I think Kevin Hart fits the funny black man trope, and
But he's not
he was
funny.
in the beginning when he started out. He had really good jokes, right? Now he's trying to keep up with that, like keep that same persona when he's grown and he's a different person, and the jokes are not the same. They're not as funny anymore. So when he first started out, hell yeah, he was funny because he was talking about real shit that he was
Well,
experiencing
it's
and
his
living his life.
style.
It's
I don't
actually
think.
not.
I
It's
don't
actually
think.
not.
I don't think he's forcing it. That's
I
just
I
his
think
style. I think he just write like that, and that's how he come across.
I don't.
But you probably watch Kevin
I've
Hart.
seen
You.
him in different movies. He knows how to
No,
not be silly.
I'm
He
saying.
knows
I'm
how
saying like
to.
certain stand ups. I'm not talking about the movie Kevin Hart. He's still funny in the movie. Don't get me wrong.
He
But
plays the exact same roles in the movies, except for certain movies that he does. In Night School, he was a high school dropout. You know what I'm saying? Who married like a woman that had all her shit together,
mhm.
right? And he was just like dopey. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I seen that. That's that.
That's the one with Tiffany Haddish.
I don't think I seen that.
But that's what I'm saying. In that movie, he played that character. He had to play that. He had to put on that role of like my wife is great, but I'm like the schizo.
Is that that's not the movie with him and The Rock?
No, the movie with him and The Rock is Central Intelligence, and
Okay.
even in that movie, I think he did good in that movie where he had a serious where he had where he tried to be like the
and you got to get
professional black man.
You got to get a Rock his props too. He come through. He's funny too.
Right? No, he was. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that that movie was not a good movie.
Yeah.
Right? What I'm saying is Kevin Hart does not have to play that same role of like, bruh,
Like
you can
goofy.
stand still,
Yeah.
right?
I
You
get what
can
you're saying.
you can stand still and tell a joke and be funny as
So-
fuck.
If you had a top 5 comedian, a list, what would you place? He won't be in your top 5.
Would Kevin Hart be in my top 5 comedians? No, I like older comedians. I like have
Bill
you ever
Cosby?
seen a fucking no? Have you ever seen the fucking Steve Harvey fucking stand up? I think it's called Still Tripping, maybe, where he talk about when he go to Africa.
I think I seen that.
Where he said the monkeys.
Yeah.
I can't reenact it, but like that, I
It
love
been a
Kings
minute
of
since I seen
Comedy. That's the type of funny, that's the type of
Yeah.
like comedy shit that I watch. I like D.L. Hughley. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
like that kind of
But
funny.
I don't see.
So to see Kevin
Yeah,
Hart get up
Hughley,
there,
There was good comedians, but I won't put them top 10.
right? But also, they talked about shit that I can relate to. I think a lot of things that are being said now, like even with Dave Chappelle, right? I would definitely put Dave Chappelle in my top 5, but he played off of a lot of negative shit. Like he talked shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not kind of for that. Whereas like that shit not funny to me
Dave
because
Chappelle.
like I said, when you said some shit earlier, that shit is harmful. That shit could harm somebody. You making that joke, you know?
Dave Chappelle is the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
He the GOAT.
I fucking respect the fuck out of him for walking away from that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also at the same time, you know what I'm saying? His jokes were harmful. And that's why perfect. You see how he fucking grew
Yeah.
the fuck up?
Yeah.
Right. And
I
this
get what
shit
you're
is
saying.
still funny, but he grew up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart is doing real good shit in the community. And for him to have to put back on this, and I mean, he makes a lot of money from it, but for him to put back on this same goofy fucking act all the time, like he can do
I'll get what you're
more.
saying. You don't see any growth from Kevin Hart.
I don't see any growth in his stand up.
Yeah.
Right. I see growth in his acting. I see growth in him as a person, but his stand up is the same shit. And it's just like and honestly,
We
I
seen that
didn't watch the
before. I
last
get what
one.
you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that yet. But when I get
My
home,
point exactly.
I'm going to watch it.
Go ahead and watch it. You let me know how it is.
Okay. You ain't see it yet?
No, I'm not going to see
Yeah,
it.
seen
I
it.
encourage other people to watch it and have their own opinions.
I see
Don't
you
go off
see.
what the fuck I say. You know what I'm saying? Have your own opinion.
You know what? That would be nice to be sponsored by Netflix in the future.
It would be nice. And I hope Kevin Hart don't ever see this and be like, this bitch on here fucking talking shit. You are the man, Kevin. You are the man. I wish more. I wish you could do what you wanted to do because I know you want to do more. That's it. I want you to have self-determination, which is what we was
I,
talking about in the beginning that you completely avoided. And we're rounding back to that question of what is your definition of self-respect?
self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, damn.
And
All
we
right,
got 2 minutes.
just having respect for yourself. Honestly,
Mm-hmm. And how? Give me an example.
standing up for what you believe in.
If I believe that my body is my body, right?
Yada yada yada.
Exactly. It's mine. Because can't nobody else be in it, move it, operate it without me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can do whatever I want with that. Is that self-respect? When I do whatever I want with my body?
Yeah, yeah, that's respect. That's that
That's
respect.
respect, self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Even if I'm in a relationship?
With somebody.
Yes. If I do whatever
Yeah,
I want with my body,
but if it's an issue, if you have a relationship with somebody and they come to you and let you know like I'm not really feeling that, like I wouldn't want you to post that.
right. My question here
Y'all
is
should come to a ground where it's an agreement.
right,
Like
and that's
okay,
my understanding when I came into this relationship is that you wanted self-respect. And before I was with you, I respected myself enough to post my body on Instagram. So now that I'm dating you, I'm supposed to respect myself less and not put my body on Instagram?
you ain't say that part earlier. You said you didn't say you was doing it before the relationship.
What I did say that well, first of all, we went through like 6 different scenarios, okay? But my thing is, and that the scenario
All
was
right, guys,
you ain't see.
listeners, I want to talk to the fellas out there. if you met this lady and y'all went on multiple dates,
You have not
and then
seen her social
you
media.
found out she was a porn star, and she was having everything done to her, would you guys stick through it and be strong and still marry this lady in the future?
That is a different thing than posting your body on Instagram. Let's be very clear. And this is what I mean about very diverting the questions, right? But even if it was a porn star, the question is you said that owning my body and doing what I want with it is self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to be a fucking porn star and you want to date me, you want to date a porn star before you knew what I was doing. That's what you wanted to do. That's what you was doing until you figured out that I do what the fuck I want with my body and I like sex enough to do that shit so much that I can make money off of it.
Yeah.
Right. Before you found that out, you was fucking with me. But now that you know that I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say because it's my body and I do what I want with it, you've lost respect for me. I didn't lose respect for me. And that's the end of the show because I got to go.
You dropped the mic. So, okay, I guess we have to wrap it up today. She dropped the mic, and I guess I got to close for her too. Nikki B, we out. Guys, we got to wrap it up. Comment down below if you believe that I'm tripping.
Or I'm tripping. Who right? Basically.
I'm right. I'm right, y'all.
Mm.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. BlackTV, we out.